Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. Now just a quick video today. See, a short while back I picked up this graphics card. It's an Nvidia 8800 GT. Now it's quite modern compared to a lot of the stuff we see on the channel. You know, we've got PCI Express and 512 megabytes of video memory and all that good stuff. Now it's cleaned up quite nicely, this card, but it's not the card itself that's the subject of the video. This is the cooler that went on it, typical sort of single slot design. Again, a little bit more cleaning up to finish, but cleaned up quite nicely as well. But this is the shroud that goes over that cooler, and you know, that's the bit of the graphics card you can see if you've got a winded case. So it's just in really poor condition. I mean, I hope all this is sort of coming through on the video, but it's just worn and scratched to heck. It was a little bit bent out of shape in places, and it's just tatty looking. I don't want to put this nice clean video card back together and still have the shroud looking like this. So I sort of started thinking, is there something I can do to improve the appearance of it? So I immediately maybe thought spray painting, and yeah, we could do that, but it'd just come out one sort of uniform colour and it'd look nice, but maybe not massively interesting. So I thought, what about trying to get some sort of picture on here? And then I thought, well, if I'm going to put a picture on here, how are we going to get it on, and what sort of picture are we going to use? So I had a bit of a think about it, and sort of thinking of this graphics card and the sort of era that you know, this graphics card was in. Thinking, I don't know, it's perhaps an image from some of the popular games of that era or something like that. Now the actual era that I'm thinking of, the sort of 8800 GT, you know, the 678 series, all that kind of stuff, that to me screams sort of later Windows XP era. So I started having to think about what sort of pictures, you know, games, etc., what do I associate with that era of computing? And then it hit me. I thought, hang on a minute, forget about games. There's only one image that springs to mind when I think of Windows XP, and it is of course this one, Bliss, the iconic Windows XP desktop background picture. So I've ordered it on one of these sort of vinyl wraps, you know, peel the back off, stick it on, one of them jobs. And I thought, I'll try sticking this onto the shroud, hopefully tidy it up a bit. I mean, it's obviously we're going to lose a lot of the sort of sky and the bit of the grass off the bottom, but if we put that somewhere there in the middle with the sort of land and sky running down there, who knows, might look quite cool for a Windows XP build. I've also never ever used this vinyl wrap stuff before, so I'll probably make a big mess of it and it might turn out terrible. Do not take this as an instructional video for applying vinyl wrap. There's no doubt loads of videos out there that tell you what to do. I'm probably going to make a load of mistakes, and there'll be plenty of you down in the comments all ready to tell me what I've done wrong. But what the heck, I'm going to give it a go. If it's a disaster, I can always peel it off and, I don't know, try again, or just leave it, or maybe spray paint it or whatever, like I talked about in the first place. But enough waffling on, let's try and get this wrap applied. We'll give it a go. So there it is, the finished wrapped graphics card. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hang on a minute, that's not the same wrap that we've just seen you put on in that little montage back there. And you're right, it's not. You see, the first time I wrapped this, I tried cutting out these little slots here at the back and these ones here at the front as well. And try though I might, I just could not get a nice clean edge on them. They were just getting all kind of scratched up and ragged, and it was just leaving you know, these two areas with a really kind of bad finish, and it was ruining the whole look of the card. Now, I was using this sort of you know, Stanley knife type thing, and yeah, I did have a new blade in this, but even so, you know, it just wasn't really doing a very good job. When it came to trimming the edges and cutting out for the fan, no problem, but really struggled here. So I took the wrap off, and since I had a couple spare, since I had to order 2 or 3 to get the minimum order quantity, I've just put another one on for now and not bothered cutting the slots out. Just a quick note here in the edit, these 8800 GTs were the first card in the 8000 series to move to a smaller node size, so they didn't run very hot and didn't you know, didn't produce too much heat. So coupled with the fact that the shroud's nice and open at the sides, you know, the top and the bottom, I don't think having these covered will cause a problem in the meantime. And if the temps are getting a bit high, I can always put a small underclock on the card to kind of reduce the heat further until I get the slots fully cut out. So if anybody out there who kind of works with this stuff or has used it a lot could suggest you know, a better way to cut these out, you know, please drop a comment down below and share that information. It'd be really easy just to take the shroud back off, cut those slots back out, and hopefully have it exactly, you know, as it should be. I did think perhaps one of those craft knives, you know, with a much kind of thinner, more slender blade, that might maybe get in and do a better job, but I don't know. I mean, for one, I haven't got one, and two, I'm just not convinced it'd really, you know, leave that sort of nice, crisp, clean finish. And maybe there isn't a nice way for cutting out small details like this with vinyl wraps. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I think it looks really good. It certainly looks a lot better than, you know, what we started with all the horrible scratches and marks all over the shroud. And of course, if this particular picture isn't to your taste, then you can get whatever you know, whatever picture you want printed on there, and you know, customize a graphics card however you want your graphics card to look. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick video. If you have, usual thing, either drop us a thumbs up or leave a comment down below. But for now, I'm just going to say thank you very much for watching, and I'm off to find a Windows XP machine to put this in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.